Big ass gang of people over here. Cops are over to the left. The liquor store is closed, I believe. Let's see what these cops are gonna do. There's nothing. Oh. Oh. Oh.
How you doing?
You guys with CLPD?
Yeah.
These guys aren't too friendly, huh?
It's not like they're picking.
Well, I mean, they're public servants. You shouldn't mind, right?
I suppose not.
So you guys are actually out doing your job today, huh?
Yeah, kind of.
Cool. You guys gonna break up the fight when it starts?
It's a vigil for the guy who was killed on 509. So
Okay.
if something breaks out, but otherwise we'll let them respectfully mourn their friend, you know?
Right. Cool. Can I get your name, badge number?
Sure, it's Officer Joe Reddick.
What-
Badge number 6924.
What's your partner's?
I don't have his memorized.
6833.
Say again?
Officer Evans, 6833.
Okay. How about these guys? They want to identify? They're public servants.
Well, why don't you ask?
What's your name, badge number?
Officer Musso, 7442.
Is there a reason why you roll up your windows? Something to hide?
Seemed that you needed any assistance.
Okay. Go ahead, state your badge number and name again.
Officer Musso, 7442.
Okay. How about this guy?
Sergeant Stone, 7542.
A little bit louder so the camera can hear you.
Sergeant Stone, 7542.
There you go.
Okay. Yep, good evening.
It looks funny, right? It's funny, right?
What's funny?
I know you're laughing, right? It's funny till it goes on YouTube, right?
I
And-
think stuff's funny on YouTube all the time.
Yeah. Well, welcome to YouTube. You know, if you face the other way, you might be able to see the crowd a little bit better.
But we got two people facing that way.
Oh, yeah?
Two cars.
So what's this way? A chain link fence?
No, I can talk.
You can talk?
There is a chain link fence over there.
Yeah,
But
are-
you can
are
talk.
right.
He could talk too if you switch the other way, right?
But I want to talk.
Oh, you want to talk?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your name and badge number?
Bailey, 6848.
What's your partner's?
You can ask him that.
Does he want to roll down his window?
I don't know.
You don't want to roll down the window? You're a public servant. You've been ordered to roll down your window. Yeah. You've been ordered to roll down your window, buddy. By a citizen. You work for me, buddy. I pay your salary.
Yeah, but that doesn't work that way.
It does work that way. You're going to learn the hard way. It works that
He
way.
works for a sergeant.
I don't know how long you've been on the force, but you definitely don't know what you're talking about.
Explain your thought process to me.
I'm a taxpayer.
Right.
You work for the public. You are paid by the
Do you
taxpayers.
think that you can like show up to a crime scene and give us direct orders?
Where's the crime scene?
I'm asking you that question, just hypothetically.
It depends. Am I on the crime scene or?
Do you think that you can go anywhere where the police are and give them an order and then we have to listen directly to you? Do you think
If you're not on a call, sure, why not?
Well, because that's not the way that works.
Well, so explain to me your thought process.
You vote for elected officials.
Okay.
They hire executives to run their departments.
Sure.
Those executives promote people to be supervisors, and then they give us orders.
So you're telling me that a citizen can't ask you what you're doing here, why you're here?
Yeah, you can ask plenty of questions. That's not what you said, though. You said your order.
Yeah, I can order him to roll down his window and speak.
You can say the words, but he doesn't have to do it.
If he doesn't comply, I can report him. I can fill out a citizen's complaint form. I can report him and talk to his sergeant.
Right. You can report him, but that doesn't mean that he has to listen to your order.
Sure, he does. I can call a sergeant right now, and they could force him to self-identify.
That's not what you asked.
You didn't ask him to self-identify.
You didn't ask me to self-identify.
You
asked me to roll me
you
one.
ordered him.
I
to roll
said,
down
does he
the-
want to talk? And you said, ask him. And I asked him, and he said,
No,
You have all this recorded, right?
I do.
I would
I
encourage you
do.
to I would encourage you to go watch your video. You said, does your partner want to identify himself? I said, you have to ask him. And then you said, roll down your window.
he refused to roll down the window.
Yes,
He refused.
that's right. He
Yes.
doesn't have to roll down his window.
Sure, he does.
No way.
If I want him to identify,
you can't do it through this window.
what, go in between two of your police cruisers, and I'm gonna break up your little conversation you guys are having.
Why do you want to do that?
Do what?
Why do you want to break up our conversation?
You've already broken it up.
No, I'm asking you, why do you want to break up our conversation?
Well, should you be here being paid for? You're making what, 100,000 a year, and you got 6 cops here.
We were ordered to be here.
Okay, so that's how much money?
I don't know.
You're talking almost over $500,000.
Well, right, but
You're
we're
talking-
not being paid $500,000 like this very minute. We get
No, but you're getting a yearly salary of upwards, depending what rank you are.
We were ordered to be here by our
It doesn't matter. Are you ordered to talk or are you ordered to watch?
So we can't talk and watch.
Why stand in one area? So why not have one car positioned over here, one car positioned over here, one over here? So you got one more guy coming now.
Because this is the placement we decided to be in.
This is not correct placement.
What is your?
Everyone knows you're here. You're obvious. You're super obvious.
That's our goal, is to be obvious.
Why not split up and in case something happens?
Well, it takes a lot of years of experience in knowing what types of events you're monitoring to know what your deployment is, right?
You're
So
all
this
in the
is-
same vicinity. You're
this
not
is
that
the-
far
this is
away.
the
If he
deployment.
parks 5 spaces that way, you park 3 rows that way.
What is
You're not that far away.
What is your expertise in determining our deployment?
I think that you guys are definitely not doing the correct thing, in my opinion.
I know, but based on what's that based on?
You're all positioned here. You're all conversating. You're all talking. I was standing over there. I saw you guys right away.
What? I know, but that's good. We want people to see us. That's the whole point.
Right, but you don't want to be all positioned in the same spot.
Based on, why do you say that? What's that based on? Why do you think that?
My opinion, if I was a cop, you're an easy target.
Yeah.
You're an easy target.
Right.
I just walked up on you, no problem. Imagine some crazy guy with a gun or something walked up on
We
you.
saw you walking up on us.
Okay,
And we evaluated you when you were walking up on us.
I could have walked the other way.
Yeah, we didn't think you were a threat.
I could have walked the other way. I'm not a threat. If I was
That's why I'm facing this way.
okay. You were already facing this way before.
I know, but you're saying you could have walked the other way, and I'm saying I'm facing that way.
Yeah,
So I would have seen that.
but the fence is here. I would have to jump the fence, right?
Yeah, but that wasn't my idea that you could walk the way you.
So you're trying to make a wrong a right, right?
What's
That's
that?
what you're trying to right a wrong, right?
I'm trying to right a wrong.
Yeah.
Which wrong am I trying to right?
You're trying to make it justice that you're here, positioned. All 3 of you have a reason to conversate and just talk.
Well, we have a job to do, but our job involves waiting a lot of times, right? So
Sure.
while you're waiting, you talk to pass the time while you're waiting. Right now, our job.
But you got a partner. You each are grouped up with partners, right?
Yeah.
So why don't you talk to your partner? Why do you got to talk to this
I
guy?
talked to him all night. I want to talk to somebody else.
So why don't you switch?
No, that's not the way it works. We don't switch cars.
Why not? He can jump in his car.
No,
Why
we're
not?
all logged into cars. You're logged in a certain way with you. That's how it works. You don't switch out cars.
How long you been a cop with CLPD?
15 years.
15 years, quite a long time.
Yep.
So you're a veteran, huh?
Yep.
Okay. So what do you think is this? Do you think this is the perfect setup for you guys?
For what we're trying to do tonight.
Yeah. You facing that way, this guy facing this way.
Yes.
Explain to me your reasoning.
Well, it's just through my experience, and we've already talked about all the reasons why this is a good setup.
I don't know. It just doesn't sound like it to me. Looks like,
Well, you're certainly entitled to your opinion.
looks like you're wasting taxpayers' tax dollars. That's what it's looking, How many drug dealers, prostitutes are on the side of the road, right now? But you're just
This is
conversating.
where we were ordered to be.
Right. But there's 4 of you now. There's 4 police cars.
Yep. We were ordered to be here.
Okay. So you were ordered to sit here and talk. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
You were ordered to sit here and talk.
I do. The negative would be the proper question. The question to ask would be if you were ordered to be here, or you were ordered not to talk, right? We were not ordered not to talk. That's a double negative. That's a bad sentence.
Right, but you positioned yourself here in this formation, right?
Yes.
You've done this yourself. They didn't order you to sit next to each other.
No, they don't. That'd be micromanaging.
Right, but that's what companies do, right? They keep their employees under
Oh,
control.
do you think micromanagement is a? Do you think
It depends
do
on.
do you think it's a recipe for success inside any?
Well, some people don't know how to do their job correctly, and they need it, right?
Yeah, but if they thought that about us, they would have given us that direction. They didn't think they
Well, isn't Seattle PD under sanction?
under sanction.
Yes.
No, I don't think we're under sanction.
Didn't you guys get investigated, and there was a determination?
Explain to me what you think you're talking about.
Well, I know that you guys were under investigation for,
By who?
overuse of force. Wasn't it the FBI?
No.
Who was it?
Well, I thought you knew.
I do know. I read the letter last night.
Well, I know, but it's a little more complex than all that. I don't think you're fully
Right, but
informed
you're-
about the details.
I mean, overuse of force is overuse of force. I mean, you can't really step over that, right? See? How about that?
I don't understand your.
How about that?
I don't understand.
You won't chase him down, right?
We're not here for traffic enforcement.
It doesn't matter. He just broke the law.
Yeah, but we don't. We have to.
He just
prioritize-
broke the law. Look at that.
You
Look at that.
understand that we prioritize the things that we're going to enforce, right? Based on what's going on.
I think there's time for you to, break your little thing to.
Do you know what we're here for tonight?
You haven't said.
I know. So you don't know what
I'm guessing that big crowd of people.
we're here. And do you know what that's about?
Liquor store.
No. So that's my point, right?
You
have-
could explain yourself though,
I could, but I'm not going to.
but you've been ordered to.
I don't. That's. If
You've
my
been ordered
sergeant
to.
were ordering me to explain myself to him, I would gladly do it. Unfortunately, you're not him.
Well,
so we just prioritize our enforcement action, right? Right now, spinning your tires isn't a priority for us.
so him burning his tires in the parking lot, potentially killing someone, that's not a priority.
If there were a pedestrian near him, then yes, we would have done something about it. But that is not.
Then that means you're careless. You don't care about your job.
I
And
care
you don't
about my
belong
job
on
a
the.
lot.
You don't belong on the force.
That's not true.
Any cop would have chased that guy down.
No, that's not true.
Not in Seattle, but in other counties, yes, they would have chased his ass down, and they would have, at least give him like a reckless driving.
Do you think that was reckless driving, spinning your tires?
Yeah, he was going at least 45, 50 and
I can't do it. I have to look them up because there's a lot of laws, so it's hard to remember. So every now and then you got to pull them up and take a look. But do you know what the laws for reckless driving, like what you have to have?
anything over 20 miles an hour.
Do you think anything over 20 miles an hour reckless driving?
Yes, it is.
I don't think that's right.
Well, I looked it up
Okay.
because I just got charged with it,
We'll pull it up.
and I'm going to court for it. So,
What were you doing to get it? What was your? This isn't. I'm just curious. I don't
well,
know.
what
was
happened
your,
to me was I met a dirty cop, and the dirty cop decided to charge me with reckless driving because he didn't like me.
What were you doing in your car?
I was filming.
No, I get that. But what was the what driving violation? did
He
you
said
commit?
I failed to stop at a stop sign.
Okay.
So that doesn't constitute reckless driving.
And he said you failed to stop at a stop sign and he gave you a reckless driving.
He did.
ticket?
Him and 2 other cops
Yeah.
and his sergeant. And now they're under investigation.
Was it recorded?
Oh yeah, the whole thing. 3 videos.
Yeah. They had videos too, though. I assume.
Nope. Everett PD doesn't have videos.
Oh yeah, that's expensive.
Soon they're gonna get it. They're gonna get it now because of me though.
Oh, you think they're gonna give you?
Oh yeah. Look at their website.
I think a lot of times that ends up being a budget decision for the city. It's really pricey to manage.
Not usually, not when your force is under investigation for doing
Yeah, but
illegal
We
things.
have a lot of money in the city of Seattle, right? We have a big department.
A lot of money.
A lot
But
of money.
you guys are understaffed. How many cops?
I don't know what the number is right now. I don't know what it is.
It's more than 100, I heard.
Like Everett may not have our resources money-wise. You know what I mean? To run video.
It doesn't matter. They need to.
Well,
you
it
know.
does matter. I mean, you gotta pay for it.
I mean,
you literally
the money's
have to
going
pay for it.
somewhere, right? We're paying for their shit, right?
Well, I'm not. I don't live in Everett.
So what's the plan? Just sit here and talk, or? I mean, he rolled up his window. He got.
Yep. That's the plan.
That's the plan. Okay. Does your partner want to identify?
Sure.
What's your?
Now that you asked me the question. Harris 6221.
Say again.
I just gave it to you.
Say it again.
Harris 6221.
Harris, what?
6221.
6221.
Yes, sir.
A little bit low voice there. Hard to hear. Well, I guess I'll just sit here and watch you guys.
Okay.
Yep. Anything else, Dad?
No, you got any more questions?
I mean, I still think you should reposition yourself, you know? Maybe like be a little bit more, you know, hidden.
Yeah, that's not our goal. We're not trying to be hidden right now.
Okay. Well, what's your goal?
To be seen.
To be seen? Unmarked cars?
What was that?
Unmarked cars be seen?
Well, this is just the car. These are the cars we're issuing. Those are the cars those guys are issuing. These ones we're issuing.
Yep.
But they're obviously police cars, right? You know this is a police car from a
Well, I know,
mile
because
away.
I know a lot about law
I think most
enforcement,
people do.
but I don't think everyone does.
They got the lights. And the,
Well, this guy, he's not an everyday police car. He's got the black SUV.
Yep. Yeah. So.
That's a little bit different.
Yeah, the big push bars and the lights, and I think it's it's pretty obvious.
So, you ever arrested a dirty cop?
No.
Why not?
Because I've never been involved with the cop.
You've never seen a cop do something that they're not supposed to, and you never tried to report him, arrest him?
I've never seen a major policy violation or a crime by a police officer that would have caused me to arrest him. No.
And what would a major policy violation?
It's actually would we become serious violations? It's a technical thing, but I'm not going to rehash it right now for your video. But that is a thing.
You're not going to do what?
I'm not going to go through it on the video right now.
Why not?
Because I don't want to.
You're a public servant.
Okay.
You're required to.
No. I'm not.
You are required to. You work for me. You guys work for me.
No,
I pay your salary.
I think you need to think about a little bit of the nuance what you're saying. That's the thing people say, right? That we work for you. And we are
You do
public-
work for
we
me.
are
I
public-
call you,
we
you
are
come,
public
you
servants,
respond.
But that is not. We work for the police department.
You work for the police. The police is a city entity.
That's right.
So the police work for us. You work for the police. You respond.
That's right. But individual officers don't work for individual citizens, right?
No,
We're not-
but
we're not
you are
individuals-
required to.
We're not individual citizens.
You are required to self-identify.
And we did those things. For
Yeah, you did. And do you know what law that is?
It's a city law.
It's city law, right?
Yeah.
Is that for all police, or is that just for you guys?
I think we have a specific law with names and serial numbers. I don't think every police agency has that.
Okay.
I think that's an SMC.
SMC. Okay, so, and you don't think that you work for the public, right?
No, that's not what I said. I think it's a little more nuanced than that. I think the police department does work for the public. It is a public institution. But individual officers don't work for individual people.
No, but you are.
No person can show up and order me what to do. No individual person, no private person can tell me what my job is or tell me what to do.
And then if you refuse to do it, I can report you.
You can. Yeah, so therein lies the nuance, right? Anybody, especially in the city of Seattle, the way that our reporting system is set up, anybody can report for anything. That doesn't mean that it's a valid report, but you can make the report.
Are you familiar with the reporting agency for CLPD?
OPA?
OPA, yeah.
Yes, I am.
Okay, have you been there before?
Yes, I have.
For what?
But, I mean, again, not going to go into it on your video.
Were you reported? Were you? What was
I'm
it?
not going to go into it on your video.
Why not?
I just don't want to.
I mean, it's public information, right? I can request information anytime I want, right?
You absolutely can.
It's freedom of the public, right?
Yes.
So, why not just say it?
Because I don't want to.
You don't want to? Okay. Well, I can definitely pull up on the computer. So, I mean, yep. So, any plan? Or are you guys just gonna sit here and
You've asked that question a lot.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to move. Honestly, I want one of you to move the
You might
vehicle.
wanna get, like a camp chair. We're going to be here for a little bit.
How long is a little bit?
I don't know.
I got all night.
Okay.
I got all night. Should I go pick up the camp chair from the Safeway?
If they have them.
They probably do. They probably do. Your partner doesn't look too happy. He's not too social.
I'm always happy.
You're not a social type of
he's a
person, huh?
happy guy.
I'm a happy guy.
You're the talker. He's the.
Yep. He's the Strong but silent type.
Strong but looks like you might have went to school a little bit, huh?
Oh, I think you'd be surprised. A lot of us went to school.
Anything else, Dad?
What was that?
Anything else, Dad?
No.
You still didn't really answer my question about
What's your question?
the dirty cop.
Which one? No, you did. You asked me that. I said no. I've never.
Yeah,
done that.
but you never explained what type
like
of.
a serious policy. What's our language? Serious policy violation.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. What's your question about it again?
Have you ever arrested a dirty cop that's, breaking the law?
Oh no, I said no to that. I did say no to that.
Yes.
I clearly said no to that.
And then what justifies a serious policy violation?
Well, I mean, so a couple things. I wouldn't. First of all, serious policy violation is not breaking the law necessarily, right? Those two things. Can be,
I mean, if you guys are in the midst of something,
breaking the law may be a serious policy.
and you see this guy breaking the law, and he's your partner, or he's a fellow coworker, you're not gonna say, "Hey, you know what? Stop what you're doing, or I'm gonna have to arrest you."
It's a complex question. Like, what would you mean breaking the law?
Well, let's just say, I don't know. Let's go into a little bit more high depth, but let's just say like you stop someone, he stole the guy's money or something. I don't know. Maybe the guy had a lot of cash. Instead of turning the cash in, he kept it.
Yeah.
What would you do? Would you sit there and let him keep it, or would you say, "Hey,
Oh
don't"?
no, we wouldn't let him keep it.
You wouldn't let him.
Absolutely not.
Okay. So you would stop him
Yes.
forcefully.
Yeah, or you just have to figure out the best way to report that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it would get reported in some capacity. You wouldn't let that go.
No,
I've never
no,
worked-
no one
I've
would
never
let that.
worked-
Well, some
I've
people
never
would.
worked with a police officer.
There's cops that do. There are.
I've never worked with police officers who would do that, or let alone let that.
Well, I mean, they're not going to tell you they're doing it if they don't trust you, right? So, I mean, people aren't going to break the law, and purposely tell you they broke the law so you can,
Yeah, we still have that. We don't have that culture.
I don't know. Seattle PD, I don't know, man. You guys you got a lot of new hires and stuff, so it's, it depends.
We do screen hires for that, though. You know that, right?
Well, they don't have to be criminals to be criminals, right?
No. What do you mean? They don't have to have a criminal history to be criminal?
Right.
True.
Exactly.
True.
Every criminal starts out blank, right?
Yeah, but it's rare. By the time you're in your early 20s, it's rare to. It's a rare person. It's not unheard of, but it's rare for a person to adopt criminal behavior in their.
There's a lot of money involved. Why not? Money makes the world go around, right?
But we get paid well, and it's not.
You work a lot of hours too. You're
not-
tired.
it's not
Maybe
an
you're
issue.
tired of working 12-hour shifts, right?
Am I tired? If I were tired of working 12-hour shifts,
Most, overtime is, rampant. You're tired. You don't want to work. A lot of people don't want to work,
I
right?
don't have to work.
You got to pay your mortgage, right?
Most
You got to pay your bills.
Most people don't have.
You got a family to support, right?
I mean that we don't have. We're not like we're rarely ordered to work. Usually it's by choice. That you work overtime.
I mean, if there's no one on duty, you have to work, right?
Well, we have patrol that works. I mean, they have a schedule.
Right. So you guys are on second shift, is that right?
This is technically third watch.
You're on third watch, okay. I see. So anything else you want to add?
No,
I've asked you quite a few questions. You haven't had any questions for me.
you have.
What?
You have asked me quite a few questions.
I have asked you quite a few questions. Your partners want none of it. So, nothing else to add, huh?
No.
How about your partner? Nothing to add?
He says no.
Nope. You sure?
Yep.
Okay. Well, how come your camera's not on?
Because I'm not. You're talking to me. I'm not.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't they turn it on for any reason, any purpose, any
No,
interaction?
If you're like investigating a crime.
So this
or you're
isn't the first
involved-
time I've dealt with that Seattle PD,
Yeah,
and
right.
it's not the first time they've turned on their camera for me.
Okay.
So I mean,
But I'm not. You're talking to me. I'm not.
yeah, I'm not a criminal.
I'm not detaining you. Or
Yeah,
stopping
you're not.
or
You can't
investigating
detain me.
anything.
I haven't done nothing wrong.
So
So if there's nothing you can do, you can't detain me. You can't even ask for my ID. I wouldn't have to give it to you. I don't have to self-identify. You have to identify. Wow, we got some guys gonna do something, huh? There we go. They're actually gonna go out and do their job, huh? How about a patrol like that? Isn't that worthy of a CLPD job?
What's that?
What's your question now?
Well, they're patrolling. Your partners finally got up off their ass and they're patrolling,
Okay.
right?
That was condescending and not nice. But
I mean, I'm being honest. You know, I'm to the point. I'm not gonna lie. You know,
I think,
I'm not gonna dumb it down for you. I'm not gonna, you
I know
know.
you think you're being honest, but I think that comes from a place of not knowing what our mission is tonight. You know what I mean?
Well, you keep saying that, but you don't say what your mission is.
Right, because I'm not going to tell you what our mission
But you're required to.
is. No.
You are required to. Again, I'll say it one more time. You work for me.
I know you.
I
keep
pay
saying
your
that.
salary.
You and I have gone round and round about
We
this
have,
already.
and you haven't really explained yourself.
I know you keep saying that, but I don't work for you.
You work for me.
What's your name? What can I call you?
You can call me good citizen.
Okay, good citizen. I, Detective Bailey, don't work for you, good citizen. Like I don't work directly.
Oh, you're a
for you.
detective, huh? So you get the big bucks, right? Detective bucks?
It's not. It doesn't work the way you think it does here.
No? Top ranked here.
It's not. It's hard to explain.
So you work for the public, right? And I am the public. So you work for me. Does that make sense?
I know what you're saying, but I've already explained to you how you're wrong about that.
It doesn't really, you haven't really went into detail why. You kind of just,
I did. I
you
went
stumbled
through a
on
whole
it.
Thing. I went through a
You
whole,
said
like,
you work
dissertation
for the
on,
Seattle PD.
elected officials
And I said the
voters
Seattle
and
PD works for us.
executives and-
So,
and
I
no,
mean,
it's on there.
so I could tell you like a woman's being raped and you just sit there.
No, that's not. Well, I mean,
You would sit there. You would
if
have.
if a person came up to me incredibly and said to me,
So I'm not credible.
if right now if you tell me a woman's being raped,
Yeah.
that's not credible because how would you know that? You would talk to me for a half hour.
I could see. I'm like, hey, look, that woman's being raped.
Right. If that
you know.
happened, we would respond. But that's not because it's not just because you tell me to, right? It's because we are obligated to respond.
But you have the
crime.
feeling if you want to go or not go. That's what I'm gathering.
I think you think that we don't like get to make decisions based on our
Well,
experience and
everyone gets to
expertise.
make decisions,
or that,
but
or that we should make decisions based on our experience and expertise. We absolutely should make those decisions, right?
right.
I mean, we have to, or we just run
So I
out.
can't tell you where to go, but I can give you advice, right? I can give you advice
You
where
can
you
say anything you want to say.
Yeah, anything.
It's our job to decide on how to act on what information you're giving us.
And do you think
And if
that?
we act inappropriately, we'll be held accountable.
And do you think people will think this is justified? This whole, you know?
Well, I know it's justified. I mean, you know what I mean? This was decided long before you knew about it.
You can say it's decided, but I don't know 3 cars parked next to each other is justified.
Yeah, all right. I know you said that a bunch.
I'm just saying, like maybe they wanted you in different areas of the Safeway.
Yeah.
You know, maybe 4 corners. You know, you have enough cops to be in the 4 corners. So. It's an ambulance. Your partner doesn't look too happy.
You keep saying that. He's a happy guy.
He doesn't look too happy. He's quiet.
I can be quiet.
Yeah, it's your right, but I mean, you'd think you'd want to be a little.
Quietness doesn't equal unhappiness.
I don't know. People got things going on in their life, right? Some of them are working all those hours to pay their mortgage, right? Trying to pay their mortgage and, trying to make their wife's car loan and, right? Lots of bills. Got to pay the bills.
What do you do to pay the bills? What's your job?
Well, what I would normally tell you is I don't answer questions.
Oh.
But since you're a pretty nice guy, I'll answer your question. I'm an engineer.
Oh, okay.
I'm an electrical
Oh,
engineer.
good for you. How long have you been doing it?
Well, I've been doing in aerospace for probably the last 15 years, but I've only been an engineer for the last 5 years.
Okay. You were in aerospace.
So I was an aerospace technician before.
Okay. And did you have to go back to school?
I went back to school, yeah. Had to go back to school.
Are you from this area originally?
I'm originally from Seattle.
Okay, good.
I am, yeah.
Do you like being an engineer?
Actually, I want to go do computer science. I want to be programming.
What are your steps? What are your next steps to get down that road?
I got to go back to school. Got to go back to school. It sucks, so.
You got to pay, or can you get any type of scholarship because you're already a professional?
Well, I mean, I could get financial aid, but I don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
So pretty much got to pay. Yeah, got to pay.
Do you get paid well as an engineer?
I mean, I make 80.
Yeah.
80,000, but that's, you know, it's hard work.
Yeah.
Engineers, hard work, man. You got to deal with a lot of people. Like, you guys deal with a lot of people, but you got to deal with old timers, people that work there and they have it set their way, you know.
I wouldn't expect that because in my head, you're working on an engineering project and that's all you're doing. Why?
No, you go out to the floor and you deal with the people.
Okay.
Something breaks down.
Do you mind if I ask where you work at?
Rather not say.
Okay.
Yeah, rather not say, but it's, you know, it's an aerospace company. So.
Is you're dealing with people just like getting them to implement the engineering things that you've come up with, that you found?
So like the engineering process documents. So let's say there's a new machine that's put on the floor. I have to show them how it works. I have to show them the process document. I have to certify them, you know, show them, you know, make sure it's they know the process and they're doing it correctly. If they do it wrong, you know, it's costs the company millions of dollars, you know. So we implement new process documents, we implement new processes, we train people, you know. There's a lot that goes in engineering.
Yeah, I would imagine.
There's a lot.
I would expect. I would expect. I never really thought about the people involved in it.
We're the ones that got to figure out what machine to buy, you know, how to make it adjust it so it works for that particular product, you know.
What's your YouTube channel?
Auditing America.
What is it?
Auditing America.
How do you spell auditing?
AUDITING.
Oh yeah, auditing.
Auditing
America.
Auditing.
Yeah,
No problem. Are you originally from Seattle?
No,
Where are you from?
the Midwest.
Oh, so I'd say Minnesota.
Yeah, you know, some things can.
Okay.
I don't need
North
the whole world-
Dakota,
I don't need the whole world to know.
South Dakota. I mean, just from your name, they can find out, you know.
Well, they can do their homework, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to do all the
Sure.
homework.
Yeah. There you go. That's right. Anything else, Dad?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go because it sounds like you're stuck on what you want to do here.
Yep.
So, have a good night.
Yeah, you two take
Yep.
care.
One last word of advice: you might want to shut your laptop because people can catch all the information on there. Yeah, I'm sure they'll probably train you on that already. So.